Today, New Zealand Defence Force and police and other emergency services were able to recover those 6 people and return them to their loved ones. The operation was not without risk. The environment that those staff encountered was unpredictable, challenging, and those staff showed absolute courage, but it's not over yet. Unfortunately, there remains 2 more people that we need to find so we can also return them. So this operation will continue. We do believe that at least one of them is in the water, and the other one we are unsure, so it only leaves 2 possibilities. One is still on the island and we haven't located them, or they too are in the water. The first thing we did was around our risk assessment today was talk to the geoscientists to understand the condition of the volcano and get permission to enter. So we've got a process in terms of the 6 today, so we will have a very thorough process which will be overseen by the coroner to identify those 6. So we can't say which whānau belong to the 2 missing people until we go through that process, but the assurance we give to family and whānau is that we will continue to put every effort into locating the remaining 2 missing people.
Specifically on the island came from our explosive ordnance disposal squadron. There was an 8-person team that consisted of 6 men and 2 females. There was a second 8-person team on standby should they be required to replace the initial team.
I want to start by acknowledging the families who have experienced such grief and such loss since the extraordinary tragedy on Monday, and that today was all about reuniting them with their loved ones.
There was a sense of calmness, a sense of peace, but there was that overriding sense of grief as well. We had karakia, obviously, a brief mihi, and then there was a time for the whānau just to be sitting amongst the coffins and just spending time there with their loved ones. Obviously they didn't know, which was their particular whānau member. But it was just an opportunity, as they said, regardless of whether we're from Australia or New Zealand or wherever, at that moment we're one whānau and we'll mourn everybody as if they are our own.
We said originally today that they were travelling by hearse, but they are now travelling by helicopter. That should have commenced at 5 p.m.
We took one of our vessels out, one of our White Island vessels out left at 4:30 this morning to conduct the service on the basis that at this point lifting the tapu off the and preparing the way for the recovery team to go onto the island and do what they have to do.
Tikanga protocols determine our behaviours as a people, and one of those protocols and behaviours is absolute respect for whatever the situation might be. And so Ngāti Awa has come together to wrap around the bereaved families and all of those that have been affected by this tragedy.